For this screencast, we're using Dreamweaver CS6 and Photoshop. Photoshop for images. I'm going to make an image that's going to go into the header. So I already have one, but I already have one open, a template, but I'm going to open a new one just to make sure. So we have blank page, we have HTML, we have 2-column fixed left sidebar header, the graphical representation right here. Do create, we have a new one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up. We know the width here, the container width, the thing that runs all the way around the outside of this template is, see container right here, is 960 pixels wide. I'm going to just get rid of this, but you see what happens when I get rid of it. It just shrinks down to nothing. The reason is you know, it's just a couple of div tags. So now that makes it hard. There we go. I got it. See, it's just 2 div tags, div open and div. So that makes it hard to work with, you know, because it's even to just select it. So what I'm going to do is I have div class header in my HTML. Header is to let the CSS know what the name of this block is. So I'm going to go over to the CSS styles right here, and I'm going to select header. Find header, double click on it, and a window will pop up. This looks like my computer was sleeping. Come on. Okay, there it is. And you can do all types of fine-tuning here, like background colors or whatever. But I'm going to do box, and I'm going to do height. I know I'm going to give it 200 pixels. 200 pixels. So I have 200 pixels right now. And what I'm going to do, I'll save that. New HTML. So now I'm going to go over, get into Photoshop. I go to New. And I'm already on web because I'm working in the web. And I'll get no 960 pixels. So what I do is make sure I have them pixels, not inches. Resolution is 72 dots per inch. Default when you go into web, so you just leave that there. By 200. I'm not really going to name it anything. So I'm going to make some type of graphic here. Maybe I'll use the gradient. I don't know how familiar people are with Photoshop, but you can change your toolbar like that. So I'm going to, underneath the paint bucket is a gradient tool. So when I use the gradient, I look up top where you always see your fine tuning. I double click on, or just click on the tuning there, and I could pick a gradient like this if I wanted to, which looks absolutely terrible. I don't think that's what exactly what I was looking for, so I'll get another one. Clicked on it. Just get a gray one. Okay. So one more thing is, if you're using the gradient and I want to customize these colors, I just click on that, then go down here to color and change it, and I'll have a different gradient to whatever type of a color I want. You can also add a middle. See, so this added blue into it, which really is hard to see, but you can also pull it to, so you see what you see there, and just by pulling it longer. So that's good. I'll throw some text on top of that. go up here, make it a little bigger. What I always really like to do is just have go to Window, it's already open, and go to Character, which is right here. Pull it over. So I can it's a lot more convenient to be able to work up here. I can change the text. If I don't want to use impact, which is a big, bold, kind of a display type. This is a nice typeface, kind of modern. Goes up to 72 biggest, so maybe I want that bigger. I'll throw a 1. And that's really big. So I have two. I go over here to my layers palette, which is really an important part of Photoshop, and I have 2 layers. So if I'm going to send this off, I'm going to export it off to be a JPEG or a GIF. What I really want to do is I want to flatten the image. I don't want 2 layers. Now I just go to File, Save for Web and Devices. I'm going to put this on my desktop. It actually should go in the folder where all my HTML files are in, but I'll show you. I'm just doing it this way. Go right to the desktop, new HTML, save. Okay, so I go back to Dreamweaver. Go up here. You should only have three tags up here, just to simplify matters, make things easier for yourself. Go to Insert. You have all different types of layouts up here. Right now, you just want the common layout. So I'm going to go to Insert an Image. Back to the desktop. And that was N. So we go over here, and we see the colors. We have 2 colors. One is going to be the regular color, and the second one's going to be a rollover color. I'll make the rollover like a gray, lighter gray. And again, you can double click on this. So now I go into save it again, preview in browser, Firefox. So here we are back in Photoshop, and I'm going to go backwards a little bit. Back to the layers palette. I don't need the what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a gradient background, and I'm going to trash the text because I don't need it. I'm going to go up to canvas size, make this bigger, put this in pixels. So that was up under image, canvas size, and I'm going to. The width doesn't really matter because this is something that repeats itself, which you'll see in 2 seconds. So we're not concerned at all with the image that's here now, although we're going to do another gradient. So we're doing a gradient for the background that's located in the body. Now we're going to go back to the gradient tool. We click on this, we already have the one we created the last time, which you probably want some type of a contrast. So what I'm going to do, rather than put the exact same thing, so what I'm going to do is hit color and maybe start it lighter. I'm going to pull this one off. I don't even want it there. And take the color like a Oh, this might, okay, like that. So now, having the gradient tool selected, I just pull this little line from the top to the bottom. So this is going to be my background. Now one thing is, when I put it in the background, I'm going to want this to go, if I don't give the background, body background, its own color, it's going to stay white. So all of a sudden, when this ends, you're going to see white, and I don't want that to happen. I want this to gradually go into this same color down here, so it's a seamless integration. So what I'm going to do, use the dropper, eyedropper, come right down to the very bottom and pick it. There's my color right there. Double click on it, and here's your numbers right down here that you want. So I'm just going to copy that using I could do edit copy, but I'm just using the keyboard command on a Mac, which is Command C. Say OK. Now, here's my gradient background. What I'm going to do is go to the crop tool, just take out a slice. Makes no difference at all, as long as it goes from the top to the bottom. There it is right there. As long as it goes from the top to the bottom, that's all that matters. Doesn't matter how wide it is, but the wider it is, the bigger the file is. So if you want to look at it that way, I don't want a PSD file. I'll do save for the web and devices, and I'll save it as JPEG. JPEG would be good for that. Maximum, set maximum, that's fine. I'll save it as back gradient. So back to Dreamweaver. So I'm going to go, this gray area is my body tag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to CSS, up to my body tag. There's my gray, right there. That's my gray color for the background. I don't want white. So I'm going to double click on it. And when I go to background, I'm going to do a background image. Browse. I'm going to go to the desktop. Look for that image. Where are you? There you are. Open. See, it's telling me it's outside. I'll just say yes. So it's saving it. So I want it to repeat. I want this background to repeat. Try X. And there it is. There's my background. But like I was telling you earlier, when it ends, it goes right into the white. So the next thing is going back to that same box, double clicking, going to the background, doing the background color. So you have the delete everything except for that what looks like a hashtag, and do paste your new color. So now when you go down, it goes right into your new background color, and it's seamless. So I'm just going to save this, and I'm going to preview it in Firefox. So that looks, it looks better. It's not the best looking, but I'm just, doing this to show you. The gradient backgrounds actually work pretty nice. So that's it. Thanks. Bye.